Hello everyone, my name is Stefan Strüder. I'm a student at the University of Koblenz and Landau in Germany, and I would like to present our paper, Feature-Oriented Defect Prediction, which I wrote together with Mukelabai, Daniel Strüber and Thorsten Berger. Let's start. You all surely know that software bugs can lead to financial and reputational losses, and from time to time it can happen that one bug can limit the whole functionality of a software system or an application. And a solution that would like to counter with this is the software defect prediction, for which I prepared a small example. Here you can see 5 files which are taken from the software mpsolve, and in the classical approach you predict bugs or defects on a file level. But what is this software defect prediction about? It's an established and very active research area that is studied for the past 5 decades and based on machine learning. What you can see here is just a small sample of all the available papers. But the topic also matters for other reasons. For example, that different measures are used to assess the performance of classification models. Some of them I will present later. Furthermore, the predictions are adjustable in many ways. For example, release-based prediction versus just-in-time prediction whenever code gets changed. Also, one can do predictions either for one project or across multiple projects to overcome limitations for new projects. And finally, the predictions can be constructed at various granularity levels, which commonly are subsystems, components or packages, files or classes, methods or changes. For our work, we have chosen a new approach regarding the granularity level. We consider software features, and to demonstrate this I have another example which is based on the one before. But now we look at the feature code which is spread across multiple files. And as a first feature we have MPS private, and as a second one MPS catch FPE. And if, for example, two parts of the feature MPS catch FPE are buggy, the whole feature counts as defect. But why is this new granularity level interesting? It's because of 5 reasons. First, an update to an error-prone feature may be error-prone as well. Second, error-prone features may have certain characteristics that can be harnessed for defect prediction. Third, code that contains a lot of feature code might be error-prone as well. Fourth, features abstract over traditional software assets. They are often cross-cutting and more coherent entities from a domain perspective. And last, they are only considered once before in a workshop paper by Quiros et al. And we take up this work and extend it. Next, I want to show our contributions. There are 3 of them. The first one is a dataset for feature-oriented defect prediction, which is based on 12 software projects and contains features in specific releases labeled as either defective or clean. The second one are 2 metric sets for the training of machine learning classifiers, which are comprised of process and structure metrics. And third, an evaluation of feature-oriented defect prediction, which is based on the dataset and the 2 metric sets. I think you will now ask yourself how we have done this. For this purpose, I would like to give a short overview of the development of the dataset. It starts with the revision history of a software project. From this, the diffs of the commits will be extracted, and from these diffs, we extract the features by identifying the preprocessor directives if-def and if-not-def. After some cleaning of the features, we will calculate the labels and we arise the new dataset with the feature, the release and the labels. And now I want to present the whole process in more detail. Our methodology consists of 3 steps. The first one comprises the creation of the dataset. As I said earlier, it contains the revision histories of 12 preprocessor-based software projects which are listed below. The data was retrieved with the Python library PyDriller, and to extract the features that were changed in the commit, we analyzed the change sets or diffs for the presence of the preprocessor directives if-def and if-not-def. The labels, clean or defect, were then calculated based on the automated identification of bug fixing and bug introducing commits by analyzing the commit messages and applying the SZZ algorithm. In the second step, the metrics were selected. We have created one metric set with a matrix from the only existing earlier work called QuirosMet. It consists of 5 structure metrics. Then we created 2 new metric sets with additional process and structure metrics. These sets are called ProcMet and ProcStructMet. So in total we have a pool of 14 metrics. In the third step, the machine learning classifiers were selected and trained. For this we used the graphical interface of the weaker workbench. We have split the dataset into training and test set based on the available number of releases for each software project. The split ratio varies between 67 to 33% and 80 to 20%. For the evaluation of the classifiers, we then used the test set. Due to an imbalance of the dataset, we also applied the SMODE algorithm to increase the number of defect instances. Below you can see the selected classifiers, which are J48 decision trees, k-nearest neighbors, logistic regression, naive Bayes, artificial neural networks, random forest, and support vector machines. In the following slides I will use the shown abbreviations. And next up I will present 4 notifiable results of our work. But first I want to answer the most important question, which is, does feature-oriented defect prediction work? And the answer is yes. To structure the results, I divided them into 3 research questions. The first one is, what is the effect of using different types of feature metrics, structure and process on the prediction quality? The second one, which particular feature metric contribute most strongly to prediction quality? And the third one, what is the effect of using different classifiers on prediction quality? And the first result regarding the first research question shows that there is a strong effect of metric set selection on the classifier performance. To illustrate this, I have listed a selection of the results of the evaluation metrics. These metrics, namely recall, precision, and F-score, are used to illustrate the performance of a classifier as a value. The highest values are highlighted in green. And here you can see that the classifiers J48 decision trees and k-nearest neighbors show in most cases the best results for the most diverse metric set, ProcStructMet. As a conclusion, one can say that a greater selection of more diverse metrics leads to improved performance. Our next result shows the effect of the individual metrics based on research question 2. To illustrate this, I have listed the influence of metrics for the top classifiers, random forest, neural networks, and J48 decision trees, together with a metric set ProcStructMet and an overview of all classifiers. Again, the best values are highlighted in green. One can see that the effect of each individual structure metric is moderate compared to the process metrics, but otherwise, the structure metrics seem to play a non-negligible but supplementary role for the observed results. For our third result, based on research question 3, I want to show the effect of the classifiers. And for this, I want to highlight the top performing classifiers, neural network and random forest. As an illustration, I have used the ROC curves of each classifier for each metric set. Those receiver operating characteristic curves provide a visual and more robust way for assessing predictive quality than the confusion matrix-based metrics you have seen before. The higher the curve, the better the performance of the classifier. If the curve resembles a bisector, the classifier makes only random decisions. And again, one can see that the best results were achieved with the metric set ProcStructMet. And as a contrast, the support vector machines classifier consistently showed the worst results. This applies to the numerical values as well as to the ROC curves. One can state that the predictive ability declines while including more metrics for this classifier. To finally wrap up our results, one can say that complementing process metrics with structure metrics lead to more robustness and on average better prediction results. Also, simple classifiers in combination with a simpler metric set, which only consists of process metrics, can produce high quality results but at the cost of robustness. And third, The best performing models regarding precision, recall, and robustness are based on random forest and artificial neural network classifiers. We also thought about how to continue and improve our research, and for this we have found 4 research questions. The first one is, can feature-based metrics improve FEAL-based defect prediction? And one possible solution for this is to map the feature metrics back to phi level for a mixed metric set. Second question, can we predict unwanted feature interactions? And this can be done by applying techniques for identifying variability-aware bugs. Third question, how does change-based defect prediction for features influence our results? And for this one has to predict defective features whenever a developer commits a new change. Fourth question, can our prediction models be reused across different projects? And this can lead to improvement of our classification results and the generalizability of our techniques. And finally, I'm at the end with 4 previous slides as a summary. I presented a new approach on software defect prediction based on feature granularity. We have created a feature-based dataset and 2 metric sets comprising of process and structure metrics. As the result of an evaluation, we found out that a greater selection of more diverse metrics leads to improved performance. The classifier's neural network and random forest showed the best results, and support vector machines oppose this trend. Thank you for your attention, and now it's time for questions.